Democracy arose from men's thinking that, if they are equal in any respect, they are equal absolutely. The political good is justice, and this is the common advantage. Justice therefore demands that no one should do more ruling than being ruled, but that all should have their turn. The basic premise of the democratic sort of regime is freedom. It is not possible to rule well without having been ruled. One ought not even consider that a particular citizen belongs to himself, but rather that all belong to the city, for each is part of the city. It is impossible for the whole to be happy unless all, or most or some of its parts possess happiness. But obviously a state which becomes progressively more and more of a unity will cease to be a state at all. Plurality of numbers is natural in a state, and the farther it moves away from plurality towards unity, the less of a state it becomes, and the more a household, and the household in turn an individual. Men engage in factional conflict through fear, both when they have committed injustice and are frightened of paying the penalty, and when they are about to suffer injustice and wish to forestall it. We must lay it down that the association which is a state exists, not for the purpose of living together, but for the sake of noble actions. For where the laws do not rule, there is no regime. The regime is an arrangement of a city with respect to its offices, particularly the one that has authority over all matters. A tyrant must put on the appearance of uncommon devotion to religion. Subjects are less apprehensive of illegal treatment from a ruler whom they consider God-fearing and pious. From these things it is evident, then, that the city belongs among the things that exist by nature, and that man is by nature is political. What is many is more incorruptible. Like a greater amount of water, the multitude is more incorruptible than the few. Let us presuppose this much, that the best way of life, both separately for each individual and in common for cities, is that accompanied by virtue, and virtue that is equipped to such an extent as to allow them to take part in actions that accord with virtue.